Land. One of them screams in Ukraine. The other shouts, "Let's go. Let's go." This time no life or limb disappeared. Because this time the fired bullets gaps. And the enemy troops were actually French soldiers who not to kill Ukrainians, but to turn them into better, more deadly warriors. But soon, war games played by these troops in mud in France will be very real when Ukrainians return home and sent to front against Russia's forces. As Russian invasion passes a second winter and estimated losses in hundreds thousands of people continue be installed on both sides. War training programs provided by Ukraine's allies help stop and possibilities ultimate victory by preparing their troops for war. Ukraine's supporters embodies their promises be attached it for a long distance. France. As part European Union military aid mission for Ukraine, which was initiated a year ago. This year, 7,000 Ukrainians, some of them will be on French bases. He gave it to observe that the latest class passes through the tail-end 4-week track. The first target of the EU mission was to train 15,000 military. But it has exceeded this target and is now waiting to reach 35,000 by the end of this year. Pentagon says the United States of America mostly received approximately 18,000 training in Germany and received additional 1,000 training on the pipeline. In the UK, 30,000 people learned military service in the last 17 months, an unprecedented educational program since World War II. In addition to basic training with weapons, battlefield first aid and other skills, trainers also provide equipment repair from cleaning mines and starting waterbase attacks on small boats. Since they return to Ukraine, horror of future, waiting for trainees at French base for only days away, could be perceived unstable. Non-menstrual appearance of men. There was liberal swearing while catching French trainers. Troops. Battlefield of battlefield to hardened shelters and trenches in complex of animal remains left. Chief French training officer. Only office of the officers before facade experience. He said, "You can clearly see facade in Ukraine is relatively frozen and that there are two warriors who use very similar doctrines. Today, one of the keys sought break this fever is to try develop maneuvering schemes can disturb and even shake opponents. In addition to seeing attacks on freshly excavated trenches, AP observed that they defended a strong village against a French enemy attack and hidden themselves in forests of rain. French instructors said learned that they were wise to be very friendly with trainees because some of them are confident will be killed in the house. Although they share bond discomfort of long days and nights in French wilds, they break their ties with soldiers under orders under training. You should burn the bridges because otherwise you ask yourself a lot of questions. When learn that person is dead, you have to ask yourself what do wrong me did we work no.